Andrea Sanchez, and I'm a Young Living Specialist. I'm here at the University of Dallas today because I'm running a test for college students to measure their stress during these tough times that we call finals week. Here at Young Living, we believe that essential oils can cure any symptoms and any ailments that you may have. Now I will introduce 5 out of the 20 participants that we had in our study. Welcome to our essential oil study. Welcome everybody to our study. This is the lab where we will be conducting our experiment to study if oils are the answer to all of your problems.
Do you have any oils for allergies?
Yes, we have an allergy balm. It's made of lavender, lemon, and peppermint.
I got a pimple and I have a date tonight. Is there an oil to save my night?
My date better not have a pimple.
Yes, never fear. Essential oils are here to save your night. But let's get back to what we're actually here for, to relieve your finals stress. We will be conducting a pre and post quasi-experiment design measuring your stress levels.
How do you plan on doing that? Oils can't make my stress go away.
Well, you skeptic, we will measure your stress according to 3 characteristics: blood pressure, heart rate, and number of breaths in 1 minute. Each of you will take a stress test before you use the oil and after you use the oil. Your stress score will come from a composite score of these 3 characteristics. Our stress inventory scale ranges from 1 to 10, so your stress scores will be on an interval scale.
We will categorize each of our 3 characteristics onto a 1 to 10 scale. An example is shown here of our heart rate on our stress inventory scale. Each of the different heart rates will be put into a specific interval on the scale. 1 being no stress is a heart rate of 50 to 55. 10 is hyperstressed, which will be a heart rate of 96 plus.
We standardized each of the characteristics and came up with 1 composite score, which is how we measured the stress levels in the stress inventory scale, as if it were magic.
Does everyone get to try the oil?
Yes, this is a within subjects design, so all of our participants will experience the treatment. Our IV will be this magical stress away oil, and the DV will be your stress level.
So how do we know if your oil actually works?
We are going to use a 2 independent samples t-test to compare the mean stress scores before and after the treatment is given. The statistical model will tell us if the oil made a significant difference on your stress levels. We already measured her blood pressure and her number of breaths per minute. Now I'm going to measure her heart rate just to show an example of how the treatment goes. Now I will administer the treatment to the participant. This is the Stress Away oil. I will apply it onto her hands and rub it in and put some on her neck and on her temples. Now after administering the treatment, we will again take all of the post-test scores of the stress levels. Here's an example of me measuring her heart rate. Our mean pre-test score was 9.5. and our mean post-test score was 2.0. We found a significant difference between the mean pre-test scores and the mean post-test scores in stress levels.
I see that it works, but were there any limitations to this study?
Yes, we had many limitations to our study. You are all college students, so it's not generalizable to the whole entire population. Extraneous variables were also a limitation to this study. One of you isn't stressed at all, so we had an outlier which could have affected the results of our study. We also had the 3rd variable problem as a limitation to our study. Other things can affect stress that we didn't account for in studying the stress levels. History effects could have also affected our study. One of you just found out after your pretest that your final was canceled, so your stress level was reduced dramatically when we took your post-test scores. Another limitation to our study, social desirability bias. one of you realized how stressed you were after we took your pre-test stress scores, and you wanted to appear less stressed to your researchers. So for your post-test, you went home and had a glass of wine before the post-test scores were taken. This really affected our study. Thank you to all of our participants for participating in this study. We hope you go buy yourself some stress away oils to carry you through your finals. Good luck!